Well, we've been blessed to have Carrie on our team for 8 years now. She just now celebrated her 8-year anniversary. One of Carrie's co-workers nominated Carrie for this All-Star and then has turned into Employee of the Month for the great empathy and compassion that she showed with one of the patients that they have been sharing together.
I have a patient that I've been seeing for about a year now, and she was diagnosed with cerebral palsy. She was struggling to walk around and we could hardly hear her with talking. Her voice had gotten really quiet. Beyond that, she was also having trouble finding her words and getting them out. We were not able to understand her as well. So the OT that was working with her and myself were really concerned about the changes that we'd seen. She doesn't have good control in her hands, and so trying to type something out, she could kind of type a script out on her phone to let the neurologist know what was going on, but answering questions back was a little bit challenging just because as she tried to say it, it didn't sound like it used to. She was really scared with all of the changes that had happened to her body. She wasn't able to do the things she was able to do before, and she was struggling with communication. It was making school really hard. She isn't able to drive, and so every time she comes to see us, she takes an Uber. And to try to explain to her how to get an Uber to where she needed to go at the hospital was really hard. And I decided that I would offer for her to come with me and I would just pick her up and take her to the appointment. I thought that, if it was okay for me to go into the testing room and stuff, it would make it, where I could give some history and talk about the changes that had happened. She was really thankful to have, just the presence of someone who was familiar. New places are really scary for her. And I remember the first day she came in to our clinic, she was very reserved and I couldn't get her to talk a whole lot. What she was going through was really scary and kind of terrifying. She didn't know what was happening and why it was happening. But just to have another person there that was on her side, I think was relieving.
We're very proud to have Carrie on our team, not only as a skilled therapist, but because she takes such good care of her patients and also all of her coworkers. Anytime somebody's in need, Carrie takes the time, sacrifices her time to step in and help where she can.
I feel really supported by my peers. Everybody's kind of working together as a team. My boss was really great to let me kind of take a step away from work to be able to take this patient and go do that. And it's not the first time that my boss has allowed me to go do something like that for those who are in need. As a physical therapist, I have a pretty unique opportunity to spend a lot of time with patients and get to know them really well. So it puts me in a really great spot to be able to be an emotional support for them and help them through hard times like this. So it's wonderful to have the opportunity to impact people's lives because my organization supports me to do those types of things.